Okay. So today I will discuss the next part of that chapter, that is about potable water. What is potable water or etc. Okay, I will tell you about the syllabus. Okay, I will tell you about the syllabus in the last of the class, at last. Okay, at last of the class, I will tell you about the syllabus. But previous to that, we will complete the chapters we are discussing. Okay, so just few points from the previous day, that is from section 18.7, that is how does the water get polluted, a case study on river Ganges. Now this is a large descriptive part, and in this part we have find out the reasons of water pollution, the recovery or the steps to be taken to get relief from water pollution. These two are discussed, and under this head there are the techniques was there, that is the physical, biological, the chemical treatment, all are there under this head. Now reasons, there was different reasons, and also the steps, there are few steps, but the steps should be followed strictly. Now next one, come to section 18.8. Everyone open page number 247, where it is discussed. The unit's name is what is potable water and how is water purified. Okay, so the point is that potable water. So what is potable water? So it is can be tell in that manner that when water is consumable, that is we can take it as a drinking water or we can use it for our preparation of food. Okay, for this is called as potable water. So what is potable water? That is drinking water or the water which is fit for consumption for the food preparation is called potable water. So the drinking water, and next one water for food preparation, etc. is the example of potable water. Understood? Now come to activity 18.7. Let us construct a water filter with simple everyday materials. Take a plastic bottle and cut it into two halves at the center. Use the upper half as a funnel for putting it upside down in the lower half. Make layers in it with paper napkin or a fine cloth, followed by cotton, sand, and then gravel. Now pour dirty water through the filter and observe the filtered water. Understood how to draw it? Okay. Now just follow that. Suppose it is a this is a bottle. Now it is cutted half, and this part is the lower half and this part is the upper half. Now this mouth should be closed by the cotton or the piece of clothes, and then it should first of all a layer of fine sand, cotton, and then the gravel. First of all medium size gravel, then large size of gravel. Then pour into it the dirty water. Now this layers works as a layer of filtration, that is basically used for the physical article or physical substance, that is the clay particles, the pieces of plastics or etc. can be restricted by this method. Okay, so we get here it is filtered water. So the filtered water will be released from the all the physical contaminants. Okay, so this process is discussed here. Next, come to the next page. Discuss the following question among yourself with your teacher. Why do we need to filter water before drinking? Now, we should filter the water before drinking for the purpose of getting healthy ourselves, so that we never got suffered due to the waterborne disease. What are the waterborne disease? That is dysentery, the typhoid, the cholera, the jaundice, etc. are the waterborne disease. Now, there are few steps that water should be purified. What are the steps for the filtration or for the purification? So, first of all, steps for purification. Steps for purification of water. Okay. So, under this head there are some points. So, number one, filtration. Okay. Number two is that boiling, and number three, that is chlorination. Okay. So, filtration, boiling and chlorination, these are the three steps. Filtration, this is already discussed, that is for physical article, that is the pieces of plastics, the pieces of paper or etc. bottles, this should be restricted. Next one is the boiling. Now, boiling having two parts. First of all, to kill the microbes, and another one point is there, that is to remove temporary hardness. What is the role of boiling water? So, these microbes, suppose we are suffering from jaundice or cholera, then the doctors advise us to take the boiling water. For this reason, basically, that is, it kills the microbes, because basically the microbes cannot live above the temperature of 60 or 65 degrees centigrade. For this, it is basically used. Now, the next step, that is the removal of the temporary hardness. The removal of temporary hardness is due to basically presence of some soluble salts, but when it will be boiled, then it precipitates out, that is, it gets settled down. And you can see that if you boil the different water coming from different source, and if you boil it and then settle it, then you can see a white substance may be deposited at the bottom of the container. This white substance is the impurities, which is the solvent, which is deposited at the bottom. This is the removal of the impurities, that is removal of temporary hardness. Another one is the chlorination. This is to kill the microbes, to free up water, because chlorine is not so dangerous in our body. But just come to that section. Now follow that. Bojo is very upset. He tells Paheli, okay, now the question, second question, where do we get your drinking water from? From where we get the drinking water? So, first of all, it is the municipal supply one. Another one, that we bring water from the suppliers for the drinking water. They are basically using the chlorine tablets, or they having some plants where it is treated. Next one, what will happen if you drink polluted water? What will happen? Now, it depends on the kinds of polluted material, pollutants. If it is from the microbes, it will make our health hazard, and if it is chemical, then it will affect our internal system, our digestive system, our kidneys, basically they suffered very much, the kidneys and also sometimes the liver, okay, because when we intake some foods, it is treated by the digestive system that what kind of food, but when a new substance will be consumed, then liver cannot diagnose its properties, so it will produce some health hazard, and when it passes through the kidneys or when it is mixed with the blood, then it will produce some problem. So this is the problem of getting polluted water. Next one, Paheli explains that water which looks clean may still have disease carrying microorganism and dissolve impurities. Now this cannot be seen by naked eyes. If you seen it by through the high power microscope, then you can see the microbes, okay. So it is essential to purify water before drinking, for example by boiling. Now already I mentioned here what is the role of boiling. Now water which is suitable for drinking is called potable water, okay. So the definition of potable water, which is consumable or which is drinkable. You have seen that how various physical and chemical process in the sewage treatment plant help to clean water before discharging it into water bodies. Similarly, municipal bodies treat the water before supplying it to the household. They basically having a chlorine chamber where it is chlorinated and then it is supplied, okay, because they uses the water that is from the rivers or from the dams, etc., where it is stagnant water, okay, but it is observed that if any kinds of impurities are thrown on this or any opening of industries or any drainage or is coming through there, for this they are using the damp water sometimes, which is well maintained, and basically they use the river as a source of water. Next, it is chlorinated, okay. Next one, we have already seen how water is filtered. This is a physical method of removing impurities. A popular household filter is a candle type filter. Everyone might have seen the candle filter. Now we are using the UV RO filter. This is more updated on this aspect, but a candle type filter only can remove the physical substances. Many households use boiling as a method for obtaining safe drinking water. Boiling kills and germs present in the water. So what is the role of boiling? To kill the microbes. And another one, chlorination, is the commonly used for chemical method for purifying water. It is done by adding chlorine tablets or bleaching powder, because chlorine is an insecticide. We must be cautious. We should not use more chlorine tablets than specified. So this is very important. Chlorine, when it is much more than the regular used, which may be consumed by our, so it becomes health hazard to us also. Okay, next one. And up to this, anyone having problem? Section 18.8 completed. Can you write these steps? Steps for purification of water: filtration, boiling and chlorination. This is also given on your text also. So filtration, the role is to remove the physical article, boiling to kill the microbes and to remove the temporary hardness, chlorination to kill the microbes. Okay. Okay, from there questions may arise. What is the role of, what are the steps of purification? Okay, and what are the role of these processes, which is given here in the book. Next one, come to section 18.9. Okay, before, yes, section 18.9, what can be done? Okay, so what can be done, that is, we have to go to the section, that is, what are the steps to be taken to get relief from or to get a consumable water or potable water which is of good quality. Okay, so for this, just one activity is given, activity 18.8, investigate the level of awareness about water pollution in your area. Collect data on the source of drinking water and the methods of sewage disposal. What are the common waterborne diseases in your community? You can consult your local doctor or health worker from this. Okay, which are the government and non-government organizations working in this field? What are the measures being taken by them for generating awareness? Okay, so from this part, it might be one good project for you. Okay, that you have to collect data regarding the some points. Okay, what are the number of men affected by any waterborne disease or etc. But as the project is already done, but you may write it. You may write it means that means you can write in your own interest, not for the submission purpose. Okay. So next one, laws of industrial units should be strictly implemented so that polluted water is not disposed of directly into rivers and lakes. Water treatment plants should be installed in an industrial areas. At our individual level, we should consciously save water and not waste it. Reduce, that we should reduce the use of water, volume of water. Reuse, that if it is possible, then we can reuse the water. That is, suppose the water which is used for the cleaning of vegetables etc., it should be reused for the gardening. Next one, and recycle, which can be done by the authorities. We can think of creative ideas like reusing water used for washing for other household. For example, water used for washing vegetables may be used to water plants in the garden. Pollution is no longer a distant phenomenon. It is affecting the quality of our daily lives, obviously. Unless we all realize our responsibilities and start using environment-friendly process, the very survival of our planet is in danger. Okay, so this is the end of this chapter. From the last section, what we can done, that is, we should reduce, reuse and recycle. So from where we should reduce, that is our due to our daily use. We are using water in our daily life, so we should reduce in that section. We should not waste the water. Okay, suppose the tap is not closed tightly, we should find it out that the taps are not closed. Okay, the water are wasting. Next one, reuse. Just one example given here, and another one example, that is might be, it depends on the municipal authorities or etc., that they can reuse the water. Next one, recycle, that is by through the treatment plant, wastewater treatment plant. So this is the about the chapter. Now, last class I have told you about what is BOD. What is the full form of BOD? Anyone? What is the full form of BOD? The question came from the 8O Kinton. Done the questions regarding the difference between BOD and COD. For this I am discussing this with you. Yes, biochemical oxygen demand. Now what is, this is understood. Now what is chemical oxygen demand or COD? Chemical oxygen demand. Now just remember once the role of aerator. The role of aerator in the wastewater treatment plant. What it do? It solvate more oxygen. Role of aerator is that solvate more oxygen and to grow the oxidized microbes or to oxidize the organic compounds in it. So the COD is that the oxygen required to oxidize, the oxygen required to decompose or to oxidize any volume of water. This is called COD, that is the oxygen required to oxidize any particular volume of water, that to decompose the basically the organic chemicals or organic material. This is COD. Yes, BOD is the biochemical oxygen demand and COD is the chemical oxygen demand. That is demand by the chemical. That is the oxidation, for the oxidation purpose, the demand of the oxygen by the chemicals is called as chemical oxygen demand. Okay. Now, what is the difference? First of all, you will write in the definition of both these. The definition of both these are the difference here. If you write the definition, then it ultimately becomes a difference in between these. Okay. BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. BOD is that suppose a water body is filled up with nutrients, okay, that is maybe from the field. Okay, now the algal bloom is there, algae can produce there, which is just of green color. You can see when the stagnant water becomes green, that is the algae is formed. Now the algae becomes die due to after the passage of time. Okay, but after the death of these algae, then the microbes are produced by these or the decomposers. The decomposers are enlarged, that the decomposers are increasing enormously. That is, as it becomes the food, the dead algae becomes the food for the decomposers, it increases. So as it increases, so this takes the microbes, as it is animal, so it takes the oxygen from the water. So the soluble oxygen, the amount of soluble oxygen is decreased. This is called as biochemical oxygen demand. Okay.